Our reporter Mlondi Radebe is in Mthunzini. Let's cross to him for the latest on that front. Mlondi, good afternoon. What is the situation currently where you are?
Good afternoon, Lindsay, and I'll greet the viewers at home. We are still here in Dokodweni Ramp, where there was two trucks where basically closed the off-ramp, forcing the cars to pile up here in this toll plaza earlier on this morning. But for now, the traffic has been opened to flow because the police officers managed to remove the trucks from the road, blocking the road, because they were blocking this road here in Dokodweni, and they're blocking the N2 from Richards Bay to Durban. As we were traveling from Durban to here, you could see the police officers are on the road now. They're trying to make sure that they patrol the highway from Durban to Richards Bay, because it seems as if these protesters are focusing on the highway, specifically focusing on burning the trucks, because here this morning around Mtuba there were two trucks burned last night, and near Hluhluwe also there was also a truck that was also burned there. But since yesterday the chaos has been very big in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, because even on the south coast there were also blockages this morning. Also in the area of Mbumbulu, also in Ladysmith there were also blockages there in Ladysmith. We at this point in time, the police officers, they haven't responded to our query in relation to how many people have been arrested in the province of KwaZulu-Natal in relation to this Free Zuma campaign.
All right, Mlondi, I'm glad you've spoken about the questions surrounding arrests, and also just highlighting some of the issues and damages that have occurred in different pockets around the province. I wonder, upon speaking to some of the truck drivers, speaking to some of the protesters, speaking to some of the residents there, how has it impacted their livelihoods over the past 3 days?
We managed to speak to the truck drivers who basically we found them next to the road. They were stranded because their trucks have been locked and they don't have the keys earlier on. But they were telling us that they've lost the production of today. Some, they were telling us that even yesterday they were stopped elsewhere, and today they also stopped here in this intersection, making it difficult for them to work today. Even though it's a weekend, it was going to be a better day for them to travel on the roads, because weekends are most quiet days in a week. But when we're speaking to the protesters, they are nowhere to be found on the roads, because they just cause the havoc and then they disappear. So by the time you get to where the incident is, they are nowhere, and also the police officers, they can't basically reach them, because it's a very difficult situation where police officers, when they chase them, they just run and disappear in the bushes or in the informal settlement along the N2 or along the roads where they are also causing this havoc. But on the other issue, when you're speaking to the motorists, they don't want to be involved in this protest, saying that they don't have anything to say to us as a journalist speaking to them, because they feel that it's more of a political arena than the thing that involves them as South African citizens. But the provincial government in KwaZulu-Natal mentioned yesterday that this protest will cost the province millions of rands when it comes to infrastructure, because we do see that they ban the roads, they blockade the roads, meaning that no truck is traveling from KwaZulu-Natal to other provinces or on the N2 or on the N3. Back to you, Lizelle, in studio.
Mlondi, absolutely. Quantifying the costs associated to the damages that have been incurred over the past few days, this week alone, we're going to have to see how it measures up. I think just in conclusion, for those who are not familiar with the area, perhaps where you're also stationed, when we look at alternative routes available for, truck drivers, logistics, and also motorists at large, what has been rearranged on that front?
If we can just put back on basically, Lizelle, when you are looking at to the KwaZulu-Natal province, you'll see that there's the big routes N2 and the N3, and those routes are basically going to the hub, because KwaZulu-Natal is the hub of. We've got the harbour there where they collect the containers when they go to other provinces. So if you block those routes, especially, you are basically affecting the economy of the country.
All right, Mlondi, Radebe, let's leave the conversation there.